I'm Steve Wynn, and this is the brand new Golden Nugget. More beautiful and elegant than ever before.
How are you?
Hi. And now, in our TV commercials, no more jokes. Just class and dignity.
That's what I like about this place, class and dignity. Marvelous idea, yes.
Craig Sullivan, my man, great to see you Friday night. I can't believe it.
I can't either. I'm checking the book of lists, Glenn, and we're not in it. So how can this be true? Okay.
And no one said there. It's the book of good list, right?
Well, yeah, they got a goofball list. I figure we might have made that one, but no, we're not even on that. So,
all right, now that tells me it's time for an audit. Happy Friday, one and all. Of course, I'm Glenn Hausman. Welcome to Friday Night Audit. Couldn't be here without the incredible Craig Sullivan right there. How you doing, brother?
Aloha, bro. How are you?
I'm doing really good. Well, let me tell you something. It's great to be back outside in the outdoor studio. The last 2 weeks, it's been raining. It's been cold. It has not been behaving like summer at all. I got to tell you, Craig, really frustrating, but we're back out here today. And as soon as I set up all the gear, the clouds rolled in, started drizzling. So we'll see if it's going to be a washout with all my gear and stuff like that. But we're gonna stay out here and drink and pretend it's not moments away from doom.
There you go. It's never a moment away from doom when we're together, bro. We canceled doom out in its entirety. As you can see, I've got a beautiful blue sky behind us. There's Jeraine Lalani, our friend. Suzanne, aloha. Glenn, there were some big announcements today. Besides the book of lists, we didn't make that. And you know what? We didn't get a nomination for a Pulitzer Prize either. So, I'm kind of feeling a little blue today because of that.
What? That's the good news is we also weren't nominated for a Razzie Award, so we're doing something. Right? You got to look at the positive, and I'm looking at the positive because got a lot of great stuff going on. We're going to have a sponsor coming on for a couple of weeks. I'm going to Las Vegas in a couple of weeks, and I can't wait till we do that Friday night audit, Craig, because I'm going to be able to tell you all the cool behind-the-scenes stuff that I saw all week that I can't talk about on our regular show,
Absolutely. And if they chase you out of the casino with your camera, just make sure that it continues to roll so we've got that for the show, okay?
Right. So we got a lot of good surprises coming up, including we're going to play a game, What's in Glenn's Grill? I know you're excited about it. I'm certainly excited about it because I get to eat it. Craig, I think it's time for us to bring in our wonderful guest. Who is that tonight?
We've got the one and only Ms. Jackie Collins from Gallagher, and we're going to make insurance fun today. It's all about fun. Jackie, welcome to the show.
Let's bring her on. And Miss Dave disappeared. There's Jackie Collins.
Hello.
Super popular. Oh my God, I'm having a hard time doing anything out here on the outdoor studio. Let me tell you. Suzanne is guessing I have meat in the smoker. Suzanne, that's probably a good guess. So we're part way back. Jackie, you're from Texas. What would you have on your smoker right about now?
Oh, I probably have some filet mignon steaks, beef steaks.
Wow. We're coming to your house for dinner.
Come on.
I got to be honest with you guys. I'm not a big fan of filet mignon. I know. Don't attack me. I know. Listen, if I'm going in for the steak, if I'm having brisket, I got to have a Texas smoked brisket. That's my favorite. But if I'm going to a steakhouse, it's got to be a ribeye all day, all night. That's what I'm doing for myself. So, I don't know.
That's how my husband is.
Yeah, good. I'm glad that you married somebody who has a good sense of things. That's very important in a relationship.
You guys asked me what I would have on the grill, not
Yes,
what
we did.
someone else would have.
No. Again, she's new to the show. She doesn't realize that we have to approve of everything.
Ah,
All right, so Mike says he likes the ribeye and also brisket.
The brisket.
Corey says no on filet. Well, oh God, I can't believe it. Sorry, Chris. I apologize, but I like my meat fatty and disgusting because if I'm making a commitment, I'm making a commitment. I'm going all in. I'm not dancing around the edges. If I want something like that, I'll have some chicken. That's all I'm saying. All right. I don't know. I didn't expect to be talking about meat all this much, but all right, guys, tell us what you think. What do I have on the smoker over there? Let us know.
okay, I'll tell you what you don't have.
Oh,
I
right.
can tell
What
you
don't
what you
I
don't have. You don't have
What
a
don't I-
fillet. No fillet.
Right.
Very good. Very good, Jackie. G Grills does not have a filet going.
Terrain loves that Texas brisket. I'll tell you all, it is not brisket on the grill, on the smoker. I tried it once last summer. It was the most embarrassing cooking fail I've had in forever. And I watched the master class too. My wife got me that for Father's Day last year. And I watched it and I watched it and I watched it again and again. And I still wound up getting a brisket that was like so hard. It reminded me of the meatballs they used to serve in high school. Those kinds of things. Oh, it was so embarrassing. We couldn't cut through it. We had to chisel off pieces. It was not good, guys.
And you see, Glenn, I really thought you were going to say that Mrs. Houseman got you an attorney for Father's Day. So I'm just relieved that wasn't it. Yeah. And again, I proved my point of why I am single. Okay.
All right. So one of the hallmarks of this show is we have a featured drink of the week. So let's see the show. Here's it is, Craig. I have not forgotten. I'm running the open.
Nice.
Oh yeah. It's cocktail time. So Jackie, Craig was too lazy and I was too confused to be able to handle making this week's cocktail. But what do we got? What are you featuring and why?
It is the best margarita. I've been making it for years and it's very easy to make. So can I give the recipe?
Absolutely.
Okay. So a can of limeade, frozen limeade, and then take that can and use it to pour in a can of triple sec, a can of your most favorite tequila, and then a regular Corona beer and a 7-Up. And it is the best. So
there we go.
Wow.
Jackie Cita's margaritas.
Love it. Love it. In the casitas, in the backyard, by the pool, Jackie.
There
you rock.
go.
Gotta love that.
I love that drink. That sounds pretty good. I probably should have made it tonight. Craig, I'm more into the guests that say take tequila and drink it. Now that is something that I could get really behind. It's pretty easy. It's simple. And the way my brain is fried on Friday nights, I'm just so glad when it's a simple one.
And we've had a couple of shows where we've done that.
That's a solid margarita recipe. So Chris is totally loving you. Your affinity for fillets. You've got the margarita recipe. So it's great. You've made a new friend here. Amy, 7-Up sounds great. Doreen says
Here's our number one fan.
My recipe is the exact same, but I didn't have the Corona and 7-Up. We'll try that. Love it.
Gotta have it. Gotta have the Corona and 7-Up. You can't substitute Sprite. Can't substitute any other beer. Gotta be.
So Carol's asking, do you like it straight up, chilled and shaken?
What'd you say?
Straight up, chilled and shaken.
Yep, it's on ice.
On ice. Awesome. And Amy says she loves that Corona Birarita.
There you go.
Craig, They're not advertising. Now they should be advertising on here, but they are not.
There. I could go get the green tea.
Yeah, you were so right. You're so into that right at the beginning, and now it's like we're 4 months into this. We're like,
I remember Craig's see-through Corona bottle when we first started.
That's right.
That's right. Party. I had to go get my special drink on ice. The wonderful, wonderful, wonderful cocktail of New York City Public Water.
Nice.
An amazing drink, let me tell you. As we look at
you run it through a coffee filter first?
I didn't.
Okay.
I went straight from the tap. You know, at this point, what are you going to do, right?
I'm glad you're enjoying your city water. I'm thrilled that I have a fridge back here, so I could just go grab another one. That was pretty easy. Dave, it's so glad to see you tonight. How are you doing out there in the 914?
I'm actually in the 212 right now at work, but you know, I'm so dedicated to this show that I actually stay after work to jump on here versus going home and seeing my family. All because I love you guys.
It looks like we lost. Looks like we lost Jackie there. I'm sure she'll be back in a minute.
So literally, the only person on this show that was going to actually hold it on the floor just dropped off. So now it's just downhill from here.
Don't tell them. Don't tell them. That means we have to add
Dave, yeah, I know. This is not good, guys, because none of us are good at going off script. And you guys probably don't realize this, but we put down every single word that we're going to say every single week. What do we do? Like we do about 20, 30 hours of planning for this show?
Absolutely.
Easy. It's at least 20, 30 hours, without a doubt.
I mean,
in
literally,
our dreams, maybe.
I have an entire script right here on my computer.
Oh, she's back.
Sorry, guys. I'm back.
No worries.
Saved.
That's all right. Thank God you're back. We were sitting here. Completely panicking.
Yeah, I bet.
You just really
you're the backbone of the show. You're holding it all together, Jackie.
We did not script this stuff. That was a joke. We tried at the beginning to do some stuff, but that required work and effort, so we put the kibosh on that.
There's definitely no work and effort put into this.
Plus, Glenn, if we had to script something, we want a Pulitzer, but we didn't get that, so we're not scripting anything.
Put down each word, crumple it up, and toss it into those environmental waste baskets. That's right. Chris must be talking about the Korean collection from Ecotech Waste. We love those guys. Check them out. Eco-Tech Waste.
And just so you know, Glenn has the Ecotech trash cans outside. So good job, Glenn.
Hey.
Nice.
So I'm a little late to the party. What have I missed so far? Catch me up real quick. What are we
Not
doing?
a whole lot.
You missed me complaining about things. You missed us discussing what could possibly be on the smoker over there, because we've got a camera over there all set. I don't want to. Oh, sorry, Durain. Sorry. You can't read the tone.
That was sarcasm, Glenn. Durain.
I was with you. I would completely understand. Why should I think anyone would say something straight to me?
Don't anybody out there think that Glenn actually has a sense of humor, people. Come on.
Yeah, right.
Hi, Jackie. There's Jackie.
I think she did, Mike.
Hey, I'm back.
All right. But seriously, it's really important that all of you take your guess. What's on the smoker? What's on the smoker? We're going to find out really soon. So put in your guess right now. All right. So
macaroni and cheese.
Yeah. Oh, I love a tomahawk.
Oh, tomahawk. Oh,
that's good. All right, so check this out. I got my buddies are coming over on Sunday because one of my friends is moving to Florida. So usually I do a whole lot of something over here, and they were like, "Let's send you some meat." So he sent 2 ribeyes, a coulette, I think it's called a coulette. I wasn't sure how to pronounce it. A bavette and a strip steak. So we're gonna have a whole little steak assortment kind of a thing going on.
Yeah, you got a sampler platter going. Nice,
right?
That's what you need to invite me over, Glenn.
All right. So Amy says pork loin on the smoker. Pork loin. So we'll see if she's right. Put your guess in right now. Could be pork loin. Could be something.
Whoever wins gets a free week stay at the Houseman Smokehouse and Pool Club, courtesy of Glenn.
That's right. It's Houseman Resort Pool Club and Smokehouse. Make your reservations right now by calling Dave. What's your number again? 914.
914.
So I have a question for you. Gentlemen. You're talking about tomahawk steaks, which
wait, I think Jackie's backstage again. Hold on, here she is. Wait,
nope, we're frozen. Nope, bring it back up.
Nope, right, that is not good.
I'm going to bring to your esteemed gentlemen a question.
Yep.
What would you do if you're at a restaurant?
Us?
I know. I use esteem very loosely.
Okay.
And someone orders a tomahawk steak, and they request it specifically with a large amount of melted American cheese on top.
Oh my God.
What are you thinking at this point?
I'm thinking they're also smothering it in ketchup, and they should be arrested.
That is probably well done.
Oh my God.
Glenn, we should have had John George respond to this picture on No Vacancy Live, I feel.
Oh my God.
That's horrible.
That's really terrible. I'm sorry. I can't look at it anymore.
Can't look at it. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone.
So I know my next prank on Glenn is to order him a steak from the beautiful steakhouse at Resortsville Catskills with extra American cheese.
I thought you were going to say you're going to take him to Sizzler.
Ribs are on the smoker. If they're ribs, what kind of ribs? Are they pork ribs? Are they beef ribs? Are they chicken ribs? Are they? I don't know. Adam's rib. I have no idea.
Very, very detailed. American
Wagyu black grade short ribs. I wish that was on my grill right about now. Oh, and speaking of all that meat that I was talking about, it's all Wagyu, as a matter of fact. So that should be.
Pork ribs.
I think Glenn's got gator ribs on there.
Maybe
Florida. See,
by the tomahawk wasting the good cheese. So Amy says that tomahawk steak is wasting all of the good American cheese that was on top.
All right. Amy, now you've gone too far.
Hey, that's our number one fan. Do not pick on her.
So we said last week or the week before that she has a couple credits because she bought so many Grumpy Glenn t-shirts. So we'll just take another card from her for that one.
Hey, the triumphant return to the show, possibly.
Nope.
There she is.
Yeah, this is going great. Well, everybody, that's Jackie Collins' smile. So at least we got that this week.
At the end of the day, really, let's be honest. This is the exact type of quality content that people expect from this show. So we're really delivering on all of our promises. We are right in line with what we've promised to deliver each and every Friday at 5 o'clock.
Too fun.
Now, of course, as we said, Amy, our number one fan, bought a number of beautiful Grumpy Glenn t-shirts for herself and her family. And stickers. So, Craig, Glenn, of course, if you want to support the show and get your very own Grumpy Glenn t-shirts, where can you go?
Redbubble.
Right to the Aloha Craig store, though, right?
Exactly.
All right,
because Aloha Craig store, Redbubble.
So when do we find out what the secret is for the rib cam? Is that an end of show type of thing?
No. We could look at the cam. You ready?
We could wait a little bit. I mean, get some more guests.
It's very suspenseful. It's very suspenseful. I mean, I'm dying to know what's on there. I'm very excited. I had a major situation though when it was coming to this stuff today. All of a sudden, all the smoke started getting messed up and backing up and coming out where the pellet part is, and I had to actually have to do some stuff and fix things, and that was very stressful. At around 2:30, I'm like, crap, we got this show going on. I got to get these ribs on here. I'm thinking of making some Hasselback potatoes when all of this is all over. So there's a whole lot of complexity going on in my mind over here, and I did not need that crisis, but somehow I fixed it. So that was really exciting.
We don't know, Durain.
I would agree, Durain. At least her Wi-Fi connection has been drinking since this morning, so somebody has been down there. And to answer Mike's question, it's up. This is up in Dutchess County, I think, New York, if I'm not mistaken, kind of near the Connecticut border, a little bit further past Kent. So I guess maybe about what 2.5 hours outside of the city, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
But not too far upstate.
Yeah, well, that's good. I appreciate that. So, it's finally getting to be summer around here, and we're very, very happy about that. So, Dave, you planned anything summery with the kids? A couple of weeks ago, you were going to the pier. You're going to go do some rides and stuff like that. How are they enjoying that?
So they really loved it. It was a great time. The amusement park was perfect as always. And I said a couple weeks ago that we're still planning on taking my daughter down to Atlantic City for her birthday in a couple weeks. So actually about a month away. So we're going to be doing that. But alas, I have to back out for a second and attend to some business.
Oh, my goodness.
So it's you and me, brother. It's you and me.
That's really too bad. As long as it doesn't go with fava beans and Chianti, then we are safe. I'll tell you, do you believe that movie is 30 years old now? I know. What is that thing called where they have the specials in the movie theater and stuff like that? So they're running a 30th anniversary thing this fall for that, which is unbelievable. I can't believe it's been so long since that movie came out.
Yeah, I never would have guessed it was 30 years ago. That's amazing. We also had, what was it? One of the Van Halen albums, it's been out 25 years. We're just hitting all these milestones with things out of our past, and it's like kind of frightening. We're getting old, man. Well, you're getting old. I'm already old, so.
Oh, that's not true at all. So listen to this. I've swam laps 2 days in a row. So now all of a sudden I feel like I'm on a crazy roll, and I'm like getting a giant head about it, right? Like 2 days, big freaking deal. I swam one day, then I swam a second day, but I'm like, I'm walking around, strutting around like I've been exercising for years without a break or something like that. It's hysterical. And then I went for like a couple of walks as well, with some hikes through the woods and stuff like that. So I'm like this close to being a triathlete. I should ride my bike around the block once.
I just had this vision of you in a robe and the Olympic music playing as you made your way to the pool. Okay.
Right. I got the fire pit right over there. Sometimes I light a log and I just prance around the yard with it. I'm like, thank you.
Oh my God, that's funny. That is just funny.
All right, listen, everybody. It's not too late to register your vote for what meat do I have on the smoker. I'm getting really excited to reveal it. I'm going to be even more excited to eat it. I can't wait to see what it looks like. It's been going and going and going. Craig, I have no idea what it's called. Uh-oh.
I think it's tofu burgers. That's what I think.
Glenn, it's called the Baby Olympics.
Baby, thank you.
You're a swimmer, Glenn. Watch out for Jaws. Seriously, it was like that's the only thing that motivates me is to go back and forth and back and forth. It's like shark, 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 shark.
I think you need to get a lifeguard tower and have one of your sons up there every time you are in the pool by yourself, though.
Right. Red Edward says possum meat. No, Red. That's disgusting. It's squirrel. Please.
Squirrel. There you go. I'm telling you, Glenn, I'm getting worried about you. I think you're going to go full hillbilly on us.
Ooh, Wagyu hamburger. That's delicious.
There you go.
About hamburgers and stuff like that. What we've been doing around here is we got those Impossible burgers, right? And they're actually really good. You and I had them together for the first time ever. Do you remember when that was, Craig Sullivan?
Yes, I do. And it was actually not the Impossible burgers. It was burgers made from beets, and it was at the grand opening of the Park James Hotel in Menlo Park.
That's right.
Fabulous little boutique hotel. My former employer and I helped do the development and opening, and they took over the management on it. So, yeah, it was Great little hotel. 66 keys. Spent way too much money, but that opening party and those burgers were amazing. And they loaded me on the boat because I never eat those things. And they came up to me afterwards after I had like my third one and said, that was just made out of beets. And I'm like, you're kidding me.
Right? I totally, dude. I will tell you the same thing happened to me. I am so happy that happened because I came into it without prejudice. And we thought those were the kick-ass things. Dave, welcome back, dude.
I'm so happy it happened to me too. Honestly, it was the greatest time of my life.
Oh my God. Maybe.
Maybe, fingers crossed.
Are you there?
Nope.
Jackie?
I'm scared to say.
Hi, Jackie.
I'm scared to say.
I say don't commit to it. Yeah. We'll just be happy.
I'm not.
Glenn, day one with floaties, don't make fun. At least I'm working on it. And that's really important. Mike says he's going with baby back ribs. He thinks I have baby back ribs. What do you guys think I have on the smoker? Dave, what do you think I have on the smoker?
I think you have some hot dogs to go with some ketchup.
Well, we know it isn't pasta.
Yep, definitely hot dog. Pasta. Jackie, what do I have on the smoker?
Did you say possum?
Yeah, we've got Red Edward says I have possum on it, and you missed how I was saying how disgusting that was. We prefer squirrel. But what do you think is on there?
Chicken.
Chicken. She goes with chicken. Nice out of the box thinking. I like it. Gary says brisket. Uh-oh. Amy says
Craig.
4.20 ounces of beef ribs. Well, that would be a good guess. I like that, especially the first part and the second part. Not necessarily. What happened to Craig?
So at this point, Glenn, it's going to be just basically you left on the show doing it yourself, teasing this very, very special episode of what is on Glenn's smoker.
Dre says I have pork ribs on there.
What's really happening is this show.
The funny thing is, I had some internet trouble before the show started, and I was worried I was going to be the sticky wicket throughout all of this kind of stuff. And
actually, right before I came in, my computer completely crapped out on me too. So this show is basically going down in flames as much as your smoker is.
Hey,
can I tell you how my margaritas have been?
Yeah,
my margaritas have been great to get through all the technology issues.
So how many are you on now, Jackie? After all the step outs and the cutoffs, how many have you gotten through behind the scenes?
I can't tell. I can't tell you that.
That means it's a good amount. That's what that means. Oh,
all right.
Back.
Somebody seems to be coming back behind the scenes. We'll see.
So what is the implication of 115 before he comes back on? Why is that his name?
He refused to tell me before we got on air, and then you know me, I immediately forgot what I was supposed to do and went in a different direction.
Of course, completely forgot.
At least you've gotten used to that with working with me.
Oh yeah, no, I'm very, very confident. So let me tell you guys a little backstory or a little behind the stage secrets of No Vacancy Live, especially when I was producing every day at 12, Monday through Thursday. See, I got that plug in there, Glenn. You think you're the only one who can do a tease
organically, so it really flows. I love it.
So I will tell Glenn for a week about a special request or a certain special thing that has to happen. I'll tell him the morning of the show. I'll tell him 15 minutes before the show. I'll tell him right before we go live, right at the top of the show, please do this. And what doesn't happen, Glenn doesn't do that. So then I learned I have to be behind the scenes and tell Glenn, even though I've told him 10 times, hey, make sure you do this, make sure you do this. And then Grumpy Glenn comes out and he snaps back, I know, getting to it.
Yeah, well, listen. There was no tone ever behind any of the I knows. It's actually more, I wish there was a boastful, I finally remembered this emoji. That was really what I was going for all those times.
Grumpy Gun comes out in full force. The one time a week he remembers, he comes out like
nothing. Nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that.
So Glenn, we're about halfway through the show. Anybody out there, get your last guesses in, because since 115 is gone, Jackie's frozen. The show's going to hell real quick. I think it's time that we at least soon reveal the suspense of what's on the smoker, because we want to make sure that the audience can get a good look at what it is. I'm not sure if it's going to be ready in time for you to taste it on air, but
no, it won't be. It won't be ready for a tasting. Look who's back. The 115.
I'm back.
Nope.
Triumphant. Chris, Dave, how's the job going?
It's going great, Chris. Honestly, I'm very fortunate. Beautiful, great hotel, an amazing, amazing team that, I've only been here for a little less than 3 months, but we've all gelled, and it's like we've known each other for years. So I'm very fortunate that when I got back into the industry that I got such an amazing place. So I'm very thankful. Thank you.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
Not to mention, it got me away from Glenn.
Wow. Hey, Glenn, I think you need to bring up that Jersey Devils picture, okay?
I gotta pull that one up. Hold on. Rain says, Glenn, tell us you're staying in Vegas next time. I am going to be staying at the Virgin. I'm going to be staying at Resorts World and another location yet to be revealed.
It's going to be under one of the crosswalks on the strip. One of those overpasses. You just be hanging out underneath.
No, actually, he's staying on at the Travel Lodge.
I sit there with a little cardboard sign that says, "We'll podcast for money." Or we'll podcast for food.
So let's see, Craig or Glenn. What are we supposed to ask Craig? Did you forget already?
Yeah. No. I know. How's that?
He forgot.
No,
I didn't. You missed the
totally forgot. I asked him while you were gone, Craig.
I know. I heard that. Yeah.
And yeah. So what's the 115, Craig?
The 115 is we have 115 days until the 5th annual California Lodging Investment Conference at the crown jewel of the Anaheim Resort area, the JW Marriott.
Woo!
Yay! So we're gonna. I like that. I like that kind of countdown. Oh, Mike, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Zana was awesome. Zana, I should say, was awesome. And if you like that, Mike, stay in touch with me. She was actually just did an episode of a podcast with a friend of the show, Calvin Taloki. She's actually the first person of his brand new show that he's going to be releasing. Can't give too many details, but it's going to be a great one.
And she was on Click Connect too.
So today's guest is Jackie Collins. Let's welcome Jackie Collins to the show. Welcome, Jackie. So good to see you. It is so unusual for someone to join us in it's the middle of the show, but we're just glad you could.
Is this
She's frozen.
Oh my God. This is incredible. She says she's recruiting more for us. Ooh.
So, all right, at this point, here's the question. Who will have more screen time today, Jackie or Glenn's mystery meat on the smoker?
Should we reveal the meat? You think we should do that now?
Yeah.
All right. So, Dave, would you like to put on the wait, hold on. Let me go over to here. Do you want to put on the special camera?
Sure can. Let me know when you want to do the reveal.
I'm ready.
Glenn,
let's do
we
it.
lost you.
All right, Glenn, go ahead. We are on. No, we're there.
We lost you, Glenn.
All right, you're funny. Ready? All right, here it goes. So tonight at the Houseman Resort Pool Club and
Glenn, bend down. We can't see your face.
So tonight at the Houseman Resort Pool Club and Smokehouse, we are going to be serving beef rack ribs. Ooh. That's right, beef rack ribs.
Nice.
Stu Leonard. They're coming out really nice. I think I got another couple of hours to go. I got to come back over here to the other one. Sorry, guys. How
about the
stretching my much. Oh yeah, let me applaud myself. Yeah, that's right.
There
I'm
you
myself applause. Yeah, so that's looking really good. I'm really excited about the those particular ribs there, Craig.
Nice. They look beautiful.
Yeah, and they're not even close to being done. I had that whole situation. These things take like 8 hours to go, right? And
Low heat?
I wasn't.
Low heat?
I'm cooking at 265, and I just waited too long to get started this morning, so I was already behind schedule. And then I had that whole problem I had to deal with. You're welcome, Dave.
What's that?
Yes, Matt. Do Farmingdale, as a matter of fact. I go and I love their coffee. Predominantly, I get their coffee over there, but they also have some great meats, and they're the only ones that carry beef ribs and stuff like that regularly. So they've got good stuff over there.
Did I hear the word coffee come out twice?
Yes, I go to Student Leonard's. Has got this great French roast coffee. I go over there, and I'll grab all of them that they have on the shelf, 6, 7, 8 of them, because we go through one of the probably pound plus a week. We make 2, 3 French press ones in the morning. We've got the first French press just to get things going. And then we have the second one to start the engines, and she takes a cup with her, and I got to have a little bit to, get going again.
A little stop to get you going.
Yeah. So did anybody win the challenge? Did anybody guess beef ribs? I know we had some pork ribs in there.
Yeah, I know.
And we had baby back too. I don't think anybody guessed.
Someone did baby back beef ribs. I'm sorry, I'm totally forgetting who that is. But Mike is saying, you can tell I worked out for 2 days with the camera angle. Mike, that is so sweet of you to say. It was 4.5 days. So
yeah, there's a reason why Glenn and I are filmed from like the chest up. Okay.
Actually, I'm not even super happy with it. I still think I was way too far away. But the table, my countertop that I have overset there is too far, and I already stacked it up on some firewood to make it a little bit higher and try to get a better angle, but it's still too far away. And I would have had an even better angle, but I was too lazy to go get another pole in order to hang it up on there. So,
hit the applause button for our _1 fan, Amy. She guessed beef. There we go.
Congratulations, Amy.
So, Glenn,
we do share the same brain from time to time, but our names are totally different, Dave.
That's fine. It's been a long. Listen, they got to cut me off the water. The water's hitting me too hard right now.
It's all the minerals.
Can you answer Amy's question? How do you prep and cook your ribs?
He doesn't. He just throws in the smoker.
Yep. Oh, Dave's got to go do a little work. All right. So I will share how I prep and cook the ribs with this particular recipe. Super duper freaking easy. You just take a little, some special proprietary rib rub that I made over there. I just put it on there and throw them on the smoker. It's one of the simplest meals that I could freaking make. So I love that. But I do have my signature pork spare ribs that I do. I put on the spice rub the night before, wrap it in plastic, let it sit there all night long, and then give it a good 8-hour smoke or something like that, so it's really good. So this is kind of like, it's quick, it's easy, everybody loves it. You get good credit for being better than you actually are. So I really like that.
So Glenn, just so you know, your Wi-Fi is coming in and out now as well. It looks like you're like in a AOL 1998 commercial. So
yeah, I'm actually I was hanging out with the Gateway kid. You remember that?
Yeah.
Where's that old school commercial? You guys want to have all these commercials from the 60s and 70s and nobody knows anymore. Let's get some 80s and 90s in here. Come on, my time.
The Golden Nugget one, I think, was from the 80s.
We opened the show.
You missed that. Yeah,
I wasn't there, so it didn't count. Yeah. Obviously, if I'm not yes, Mike, you make the best bagels. I'm sorry, the best pizza and the best bagels. We had this conversation, I think, 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Craig was trying to tell us that LA has better bagels.
This conversation every week, Dave.
it's really come up to that point. I mean, listen, at this point, what else?
That's my subtle way of hinting to Glenn that he needs to bring bagels when he comes out here.
Yeah.
So can I tell you a funny story? Can I tell you a funny story about a guest at a hotel I worked at before COVID? It was in the city, and really nice person, awesome, very fun, very friendly. She came to us from somewhere in South Florida. I want to say Miami potentially, And the day of her checkout, we were talking. We were having fun. We were waiting for her car. And she goes, "Where's the closest pizza place?" And I said, it's up the street a little bit. She goes and gets 3 slices of pizza. Cool. Figures that's her lunch. She's about to leave, and she's holding the pizza box. And I said, "Okay, hey, should I throw that out for you?" She says, "No, I have my slices in there." I'm like, "Oh, okay. You gonna eat them in the car?" She said, "No, I'm gonna bring them home to my son." I'm like,
"Okay, where is she?
Can you bring the pizza on the plane, maybe?"
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if she did or not. This is probably 2.5 years ago now. So I'm not still sure if she made it through or not, how the pizza tasted after a 3-hour flight to Miami, but people have tried.
Wow.
Wow. That's great. Well, you remember that time, Dave, when we did that remote New York, and then I'd left immediately to go after the Times Square one. And we did the one the day after. I went down to go buy in Brooklyn to go buy pizza. It took me 3 hours to get home from Brooklyn. So
I talked to you during that trip. Yeah.
I think I just called you and I just kept going.
Yep.
I think I talked to you, Glenn, as you were leaving.
Yeah.
It was like the middle of my shift, and then I called you from the bus like 3-4 hours later. Like, "I'm still driving home, dude."
Yes. All right. I came to see your hotel, and then I went down to Brooklyn. All right. So Amy is saying, can you guess what the number 1 commercial was for the 80s? But she also says, Lego My Ego was a great 80s commercial. I don't know. Can you really beat Not Squeezing the Charmin or You're Soaking in It? Yeah.
So I was 3 when the 80s ended, so I didn't get too much TV time, but I'm gonna guess that it was that Apple commercial.
You were a deprived child.
I mean, I wasn't born until 87, until the end of 87.
No, I mean, that Apple commercial only aired once.
Okay.
So it wasn't. I don't think it's something. When you're looking at like the number 1 commercial for the 80s, I would think it would have to be more in there. Oh, I like Red's answer. Where's the beef? Clara Peller.
It's on Glenn Smoker.
Why do I know?
It's on Glenn Smoker. I love it. Good answer, Dave. Good answer.
Why do I know that the woman who said that's name is Clara Peller after all of these years, 35 years or so? That's ridiculous. I remember, everybody was all about where's the beef. George Bush was like, where's the beef, right? It's pretty funny. Oh, good guess. That was number 2, Red. That was number 2. Mikey said Mikey likes it. I think that was the 70s, Mike. I think that's a 70s commercial.
Live cereal.
Yeah. All right, Amy, we got to know. You got to tell us what it is. Don't keep us in suspense like I kept you in suspense with the meat on the grill.
Maybe we should have her on the show. Send her a link.
All right. So while we're waiting for that,
I
got to stop in my fridge for a second.
I think I know what it's going to be, but I'm not going to say it because I did do a little Google search. So
you cheated.
I'm curious to see if it's the same one that that I saw. But if it is, you guys are going to kick yourself. You guys are going to
now a judge. So if her first isn't correct, you're the judge. You have to break that news to her.
Amy, it's 3 licks. 3 licks.
There it is. That's the commercial. No, that's the number 1 commercial. That's the number 1 commercial. The 80s.
I remember that commercial so well. I mean, it was 1, 2, right, and then he crunched down on it. 3 licks.
But I remember that commercial in the 90s too. I was growing up with that commercial as well. So
now that we had Glenn's dramatization of that commercial, I remember that one.
Right, it's so funny. It's like we would watch like the same commercial for like 5 years straight. And now, like every time you turn on the the YouTube or the TV or something like that, there's a new commercial with Flo or Limu the Emu or whatever it is they're talking about. Right? Like all the time.
Well, guess what, Glenn?
Oh my God!
If you go
Look
to
at that.
If you go to the youtube.com/c/no vacancy news and check out any of the past No Vacancy Live episodes, you will be greeted with Limu the Emu or Flo or the Gecko Geico right before the show because Glenn is now getting hawked for ads. So good job to you, Glenn. It takes a very special person to be able to get to that point where YouTube. Oh, that's a good commercial too. The Mean Gene Green commercial. Mean Joe Green. Wow.
That was a classic for sure. That was really good. I wonder what other great commercials were there from the 70s and 80s. I liked all the cereal commercials and stuff. Yeah, Craig?
I think you should have one of your sons come down, or both of them, and reenact the Mean Joe Green commercial, and have them bring down your football jersey that you had on the other week, and you can toss it to one of them.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to toss my kids the ribs tonight and make them go, thanks.
Is that because you're trying to make sure you walk away with all your fingers?
Right.
Teenagers have a habit of eating quite fast and a lot, so.
They do. I'm worried that I only have 2 racks of ribs for the 3 of us, and I might not get to eat tonight.
Oh, you're not getting any ribs, Glenn.
No.
He'll get the end ribs on each side of each rack. That's what he'll get.
Yeah.
When I was a teenager, I used to put down a whole pizza by myself.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they do around here. I feed them all the time. It's like they're constantly eating. It's incredible.
So, Glenn, are you saying your food bill is more intense than your power and your heating oil and your water bills?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible.
Now, I know your boys are old enough to drive, but all I can say is thank goodness they're not, because then your insurance bill would probably be right up there with your food bill.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna have to move out of Jersey before my kids get to driving age. That's for sure.
Oh, dude, it's like they give you cheap gas, or at least they used to give you cheap gas, but you have the highest auto insurance rates in the entire country. What the hell is that?
We don't even have cheap gas anymore. Murphy increased the gas tax back in October to make up for the shortfall from COVID. So
yeah, well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I used to always be. Back in the day, and for those of you who don't live in the Northeast, you don't get this, but Jersey. They have this rule where they pump your gas, but it was also seriously cheaper, like 20, 30 cents a gallon cheaper. So, yeah. So if you're a New Yorker and you have to go anywhere in that direction, you try to time your gas tank so you could stop in Jersey to get a good fill up. Either, if you could do it on the way out and the way back, then you felt like a champ. But now they ruined the game.
It was all from the gas tax, Craig. So the gas tax in Jersey was a lot lower than the one in New York, hence the cheaper price. It wasn't the actual gas itself that was cheaper. And it became kind of a cult classic. So many governors refused to raise it because it was a known thing. Jersey gas is cheaper. People go to Jersey for the gas. Yep. And then Phil Murphy was like, nope, we're going to jack it up and now be more expensive than New York. So,
well, let me ask you guys, what are you paying for gas in Jersey, Dave? And Glenn, what are you paying for gas in New York per gallon?
Right. Cheaped and pumped is my favorite name for a brothel, by the way.
So, Craig, to answer your question, it really depends on what town you're in. But it ranges from right now, it's about $2.90 to $3.20, depending on where you are.
Glenn?
We are at $2.90-ish right now. What are you at, like $63.25 a gallon?
No, we're at $4.30 a gallon for premium, and 50 cents out of every dollar that we spend in gas is really a tax for our roads and highways. Mm-hmm. And it's like bullshit. It's nothing but bullshit. And then we take another price hike for our summer blend. Right. It's like it's just all bullshit.
I think our winter isn't our winter blend.
It's like 80 degrees by you every day, all year long.
Exactly. Thank you. Now, I do think the Aloha State pays more than anybody else. And right. I know that we've got monopoly laws in this country, but there is only one company that imports fuel from all the manufacturers or distributors. And they just slam everybody for it. And they're also their price is not per gallon; it is per liter. So, it's actually, you're paying more for less. So the American one.
Right. So this is what I don't understand. Why is everything so much more money in Hawaii? They were like, because everything comes over by boat. Everything goes everywhere by boat, and they're halfway to China already. Shouldn't stuff be cheaper?
What does this remind you of, Glenn? Our conversations.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on labor.
Sorry.
Okay, now in the Aloha State, last time I was there, I had I've had a house there for nearly 30 years. Okay. I had a single roll of paper towels in my hand, and it was over $4.
Woo.
So you start thinking about that. Okay, it's the manufacturing, it's the transportation, it's the warehouse, it's a ship, it's the unloading in Honolulu in the warehouse, and then the distribution, and then on a barge and taken out to one of the outer islands, and then it finally ends up in the freaking market, and you're paying for that. So
it's crazy.
Yeah. Now, I will say this, that my energy bills, my water bills are far less there than what they are in California.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Let me tell you guys.
My freaking landline telephone is 3 times the amount there than what it is here in California
Anymore?
What is it?
Landline phones?
That's because I have got older relatives that are cellularly impaired. And the only number that they know is the home phone number.
Dan says he's got to go to the ABC store in Hawaii. Yep. Yeah, they have them in Vegas too, which is great. Find one over at the Planet Hollywood, as a matter of fact. Dave?
Amy says that she was in Maui in the early 90s and a box of Cheerios was $6.
Yep. Wow, in the early 90s. I was at the Atlantis Resort in 2008, and one slice of pizza was $6, and I thought that was insane at the time.
I've always wanted to go to Atlantis, like ever since I was a kid, but I refuse to pay those prices when I can get a similar or better experience, probably at any resort in the Caribbean.
Yeah, I went to Nobu, and I ate over $100 in food, and had to stop eating because it was over $100 in food. And that's when I left Nobu and went and discovered that a slice of pizza was $6 because I was still so hungry.
Well, let me ask you guys something.
Yeah, right.
Let me ask you something. Okay, Glenn, you've been to Atlantis. Dave, you haven't. I'm not ever going to go there.
I've seen it.
And I don't want to pick on anybody, but do you think that concept is dated now?
I don't know. I mean, what I was gonna say before you asked that question is I was on a cruise, and we were in Nassau one day, and I worked it out to go over to Atlantis, and my kids had the most amazing time in that water park. And that is like the best lazy river I've ever seen. It is freaking gorgeous there, seeing those manta rays and stuff, and you go down a slide and you go see through shark tanks and stuff. It's just so freaking cool. It's really awesome. I like the casino and the requisite Chihuly, installation and all of that. And I don't know. I really like it. I dig it, man. But it's big. It's really big.
Didn't they just build a new Atlantis somewhere overseas? Like the Middle East?
Yeah, there's one of the Palm Jumeirah opened up. Yeah.
Okay, I just got a text from Jackie Collins. So here's our breaking news.
Yeah.
I'm so upset. I give up on getting back on. I have a truck company coming next week to spruce me up.
All right, we will get Jackie.
We will have you back, Jackie. Yes.
Yeah,
no
we'll definitely
worries,
have
Jackie. And we'll talk about how fun insurance is. So, and her son's 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
I got to tell you, I mean, I'm so sad that we didn't get to talk about insurance tonight. Although we did have some great Flo and Limu the Emu references in there. We didn't talk about USAA, so I feel bad for that.
People
Dave,
came here for a Friday night to hang out, drink, and get economic lessons from Glenn and Craig. So we really nailed it today with this show. I feel really confident that this is going to go down in the history books as maybe the best Friday night audit we've ever had.
Gary's water is much better.
And
Gary,
what have you been drinking besides New York water? Is that really the minerals kicking in?
So real quick, we're talking about Atlantis. So I know we have to go to the favorite part of everyone, everyone's favorite part. We talk about Atlantis being expensive and is it outdated, but listen, Atlantis people, if you want to bring No Vacancy Live there for a remote, we will be all for that.
Listen, I love it. And if you're going to pay for a great vacation, you're going to pay for a great vacation. Lots of resorts have a lot of high prices. In the end of the day, it's really not that big of a deal. You're paying for the experience overall. But Gary is saying Baha Mar is much better. I mean, they're brand new-ish. So I got to get over there. I want to see that place too. I have not.
I think we need to do Friday night audit there. Yeah.
We do. Resort. Well, I'm looking forward to doing a Friday night audit in August from the Planet Hollywood Resort in Cancun, Mexico. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. Go ahead.
Margaritaville Times Square opened up a couple weeks ago. Like what, 10 days ago?
No, they had their opening. They had an opening press event yesterday, but it was too much for me to go, so I skipped it. But we're supposed to do a live show from there. We just haven't actually planned it. We keep talking to the people about it, and then we don't actually book it.
I reached out to one of our great contacts there. Yes, I haven't heard back yet, but I'm sure it'll be nice.
Yeah, you will. We'll get that set. That's going to be great. I hope we can do it while the weather's still good. I know it's only June, but I panicked easily, and and be able to do it for that pool deck over there. That'll be great, dude.
How about we do it from the pool deck in December?
Mm-hmm.
Or February.
Yeah, I'll fly out for that one if we do it in December.
Yeah.
And Glenn jumps in the pool, okay?
Oh, God. That's hysterical. All right, guys, it's 5:57. I think we should probably segue to our biggest segment, the one that you all tuned in for, what you've been waiting for. Oh, all right. It is Plug-a-Palooza time. Jackie, what are you plugging? Oh.
Her return. She's plugging her return. She will be joining us again soon.
Carol is saying, do you need staff for the Mexico no vacancy? I could be available. Believe it or not, I think I'm going to be putting my kids to work. So we're going to see how that goes over there. It's going to take me like 5 times as long to get anything done, but I think it'll be fun to do that with the family. Dave, you had Xana on your show. Did I get that name right?
We had Xana on the show a couple weeks ago, so definitely check out that Be My Guest episode. It was awesome. But we've been teasing this great show that we have. I can finally announce it because we finally got the episode up on the air.
Oh, it's time. Hold on. We gotta build up to this. Yeah. Dave, this is super exciting news because this is a major deal for you. I'm really super excited for you. I'm pretty proud of you. Tell us what it is.
Yeah, I'm super excited. So I'm actually going to be doing a monthly video podcast, with the president of the Times Square Alliance, Tom Harris. So he was on No Vacancy Live a few months ago. He was the one that we had from the middle of Times Square when Glenn and Anthony got the Red Stabs. They brought the Naked Cowboy over. One of the best episodes we've had. So me and Tom are going to be doing an episode together every week talking about Times Square, what's happening in Times Square, every month. Sorry, did I say week? Sorry, every month. Yeah, you did. Once a month.
Much better. Every week. That'd be a tremendous hard job.
We can't do every week. At least not right now. Maybe we get there. But every month we're going to go and me and Tom are going to sit down in Times Square at some different location. We're going to talk about Times Square, what's happening. So listen, guys, even if you're not living in the area, make sure you check it out because we're going to talk about all the cool things that Times Square is doing. And maybe here's something this year that you want to plan for next year because a lot of this stuff does recycle. So head over to the Times Square Alliance YouTube page. Head over to all the podcast channels, except Apple. Apple's been screwing with me. They haven't let me put it up yet. But Google, Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio, soon to be TuneIn. They're all up. The first episode for June. Just search Times Square Today. So that's the episode's name. That's the show's name, Times Square Today. Really great episode. The first one's audio only. Starting next month for July, it's going to be video as well. So really want you guys to tune into that.
Post the link.
I should have posted. See, I wasn't even prepared. Producer Dave was just not producing today.
Wow.
Dude.
But yes, Carol, that's the point. So tourists and locals alike need to watch it because we're going to talk about all the cool things. And again, Times Square Alliance, they're the ones who run Times Square. They're the ones who do all this promotion. They're the ones who are putting all these events together. So you're literally going to be hearing it from the horse's mouth, from the president of the Times Square Alliance, recently announced the official permanent president of the Times Square Alliance, Mr. Tom Howard. So really exciting stuff. Make sure you guys check out my LinkedIn, check out all that stuff. I'm going to start posting that stuff up next week. But yeah, like, subscribe, follow, and it's going to have some fun time there.
That is super exciting. Craig, what's going on with you, my brother?
Well, first thing, bro, is I want to congratulate David. That's great. I'll be watching, and I'm really proud of you, David. This is tremendous. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, we're about 8 episodes into Click Connect for season 4. We've got some great guests coming up. We've got some returning friends. We're going to get David on, and we're also going to have Glenn back on. We're working hard. We got 115 days until Click 5 live and in person. So, we're staying busy right now, and everything is good. My producer on Click Connect, producer Danny, and I are really doing a lot of different things. We've got a special industry series of roundtables where we're bringing the leaders in hospitality together for basically 60 minutes, and we're going to break that up into 20-minute increments and put those out there. And it's just busy. So all's good. I got a blue sky behind me. I got a cold beer in my hand. I've got 2 of my favorite people on the planet that I'm talking to. And aloha. Oh, and much love to my son and his family.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, I'll be on Sunday night at 365sportscast.com, 365sportscast.com on BT Talks Baseball, because every Sunday night I do a section called Baseball Road Trip. Comes on around 7:40, 7:45 on Sunday nights, East Coast time. We talk about a different city every single week. Some of the great restaurants that I like checking out, some of the great activities I like doing in these cities, all of that kind of stuff. Of course, you got to get the book, The Adapters, which I co-wrote. We're putting out great new video content every single week right on the stations you're watching this for. But find us on LinkedIn at The Adapters as well. I personally can't wait to be invited back on Click Connect. It's an honor that Craig would actually have me back after all those things I said that last time.
Bad choice, Craig. Bad choice.
With authorities and many different.
No, we have fun. So will you, Dave.
Listen, with all the riveting content today's Friday Night Audit had, I really think Glenn is a must see. Come Click Connect.
Yeah, that'll be something. That's what they say. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. What a great show tonight. Craig, I feel like we need to have like a catchier ending or something like that.
How about a big aloha? Got Hawaiian music on there?
Yeah, no, I just got
we could add some.
All right, we'll try for that.
Add a ukulele.
And we
over the rainbow.
So wait a second. So instead of actually having a fun, quirky finishing, Glenn decided to go with dead air as our because the last thing I want people to remember is regret. Thanks so much for watching. Good luck, Colleen.
Aloha.
We'll see you next week. Wait, I got to put on this. See you all next week.